guys, hope you're doing well. We've got a very busy calendar today. We've got the CPI, we've got the zoo index, sentiment index from the Eurozone, and we've got a Bailey speech as well. He's talking to the House of Lords. That probably be moving the pound. And we had some data from the UK that's boosted the pound. And so what's happened is that our robot has opened up some GA trades, and we're having a little bit of drawdown on it because really, well, it shouldn't really be pumping, but we had that data out, so it is what it is. Unfortunately, we triggered a lot of these trades, and we're undergoing a bit of drawdown. So I'll show you that. Let's bring that across. So it's kind of annoying because we were up nicely, then we went negative, up nicely, then we went negative. So these GA trades should be resulting in profits, but we had that data. So this is currently how we're situated, and we've got GA sells, EA sells, so that's quite risk on. And we've got AC longs, and we've got AU buys from last week. No, that's from earlier. Oh, of course, right, that's fine. That triggered early in the morning. So this is how we're positioned. And if GA falls, then that's going to be a positive for us, and hopefully we'll get some nice profits out. But don't forget, we've got a very, very busy calendar, and there's going to be a lot of speculation and maybe some false moves and things. So you can see that the UC is now the weakest and AC is the strongest. So there's obviously a divergence of the Aussie and the USD, technically speaking. And so that's that. So hopefully we get GA to fall, but it looks like we're pumping on risk, so it should do fundamentally. However, like I said, we had that data out that boosted the pound quite a bit. It really pumped, actually. You would have seen it in the Discord. And that's that. So let's show you the indices. So we'll go back here again. So, I mean, we are testing, so it's not too bad. It's just kind of frustrating because we're up a lot and it was looking like really good. And we're down, then up, then down. And it probably is going to be quite bumpy today. And here's dollar Swiss, and we had some sells and we got stopped out. And so that might have been a case of just having to extend the stop loss distance a little bit. And we're using ADR metrics, so it had satisfied the move on an ADR, but we just got it wrong, and we got stopped out. And now, however, if we maybe made that stop a little bit wider, we would have been fine. It was actually around here. Yeah, it was pretty much 90, 95 area. So yeah, we just probed 15 pips on top, so probably a stop run potentially. You can see the reaction from that. Let's look at the indices. Indices are looking quite bullish. They have sold it multiple times. 1, 2, bit of chop, 3, bit of chop, 4, 5, and so obviously we're going to come up, and we can probably draw another box. box. So many supports underneath. So if we do fall, expect it to get some support on these zones. Okay, where are we? Here, I guess. It's always hard to map. This one, I think. Oh, okay. So it's not. Didn't let me do it. That was stupid. Let's try that again. Oh, it's horrible. Yeah. Oh, I can't remember where it was. It's here, right? This one. That's weird. And also, we always get that test of the box as well. And no, cancel that. They aren't the greatest tools, I've got to be honest. All right, let's move that around so we can see it a bit better. And yeah, so basically they sold it and we created supports underneath. So that's all there's to be said. And we're probably going to continue higher because of this, right? So the logic is that if they sell it, there has to be something to counter. It's like an exchange. It's a marketplace where someone wants to sell something. If they want to sell it, there has to be a buyer. If people want to buy it, there has to be sellers, right? And there's always an entity to take the other side of that trade, and the entity is going to be the broker and the market makers, and they're going to be quite happy if they sell it because they want things to rally. You know, it's good for their portfolios. And DAX, yeah, that's fine, I guess. But yeah, I mean, we sold it and they're continuing to sell it, so up we come. Not much to be said, really. Our very thin support held from yesterday. If you saw yesterday's video, that's holding nicely. What a pump. And S&P. I can't remember if I've done S&P. Yeah. Oh no, we did, didn't we? Yeah. US 30. They're quite similar. I've got to be honest. The supports underneath, isn't it? And so basically, the indices are bullish, and then we'll look at gold, and then perhaps we can look at the Euro USD as well, perhaps because that's going to be a big mover today. And we just made a buy, and the stop loss cluster was 1967, and the stop loss cluster below was down here at 1929. The reason for it is that they positioned their stops just below that low. It might be safe. I mean, I guess it all depends what the CPI says, doesn't it? So let's look at the EU and then we'll wrap up. And hopefully the pound Aussie falls, but it might mean that we're going to get stopped out. Looks like we're making a W. You see, it's like a bearish harmonic here, but they have sold it. Right, so we probably are going to pump higher. You see what I mean? The W, so that would be we'll be creating a like a crab almost if we carry on pumping. Maybe I'll show you what I mean. This is on my VPS. Well, anyway, you probably get the idea. I probably won't have to show you, but we're making a W, and W's are normally bearish, so we're probably going to extend a little bit higher. Then it's going to sell off quite strongly. Okay, so be careful there, but they have sold it, so we're probably going to continue to pump higher. So let's see how we go with the robot. And, you know, I put my hands up. I'm not really sure if it's going to be a success. It should be because they've got terrible scores. But we've had that UK data that was positive for the pound. And then we've got the Bailey speech as well. And that's going to put a bit of a spanner in the works. So it should be fine. We should be into profit. But it's a bit of a coin toss with the pound currently. If this misbehaves completely, we can look to remove the GA perhaps from a robot, and that's it. So trade safely. Very busy day today, and then tomorrow is going to be pretty hectic, and then Thursday we've got the ECB, and then Friday we've got the BOJ. Right, so just trade safely and you should be fine.